Create a lecture on virtual reality.
Sure, I'd love to dive into the fascinating world of virtual reality. Let's get started. The genesis of virtual reality. Virtual reality, or VR, may seem like a recent phenomenon, but its roots actually go back decades. The concept dates to the 60s, with Morton Heilig's Sensorama, a machine that tried to engage multiple senses. Fast forward to today, and we have VR headsets that are more accessible and sophisticated than ever. The technology behind VR. At the heart of VR is a mix of hardware and software. On the hardware side, we have headsets, controllers, and even full body suits. These devices employ sensors to track your movement and orientation. On the software side, complex algorithms render 3D worlds in real time. But it's not just the visuals, spatial audio adds another layer of immersion. Types of VR. We have three main types: non-immersive, semi-immersive, and fully immersive. Non-immersive VR, like 3D models on a regular screen, allows for some interaction. Semi-immersive employs projection rooms or large screen monitors. Fully immersive is where the magic happens, and you feel like you're in a completely different world. Applications beyond gaming. Sure, gaming is a massive part of the VR industry, but the applications are much wider. Medical professionals use it for simulations and therapy. Architects use VR to create virtual walkthroughs of building designs. And of course, there's social VR, where people can hang out in virtual spaces as avatars. Ethical considerations. As with any technology, VR isn't without its ethical concerns. There are questions about data privacy and potential psychological effects, especially for younger users. We're venturing into uncharted territory, and it's important to tread carefully. The future of VR. Hold on to your seat, because the future of VR is poised to be revolutionary. Imagine a world where you can feel objects in VR thanks to haptic technology. Companies are even exploring the idea of a metaverse, a shared virtual universe that would revolutionize how we interact online. Let's kick things up a notch. The metaverse, a virtual universe. The concept of a metaverse is straight out of science fiction, but it's rapidly becoming a reality. Imagine a persistent digital universe where people can work, socialize, and even own property. Companies like Facebook, now Meta, are investing billions into making this concept a reality. Think of it as the next evolution of the internet, VR and artificial intelligence. What happens when you combine VR with AI? You get personalized experiences and smarter virtual environments. AI can analyze your behavior to tailor your VR journey, making it more interactive and engaging. Imagine walking through a virtual art gallery, and the art changes based on your taste. Emotion sensing in VR. The next frontier in VR tech is emotion recognition. Companies are working on capturing facial expressions and even your emotional state to adapt the virtual experience dynamically. Imagine watching a thriller movie in VR and the plot changes based on how scared or intrigued you are. Virtual travel and exploration. Why limit yourself to exploring Earth when you can roam around a digital representation of Mars or even fictional worlds? Virtual reality can be a boon for education, allowing students to visit historical sites or explore complex scientific concepts up close, making learning more interactive and fun. VR in the sports world. Forget watching a game on TV. How about sitting courtside at a virtual NBA game? Or better yet, training simulations for athletes that mimic real-world conditions. The potential to revolutionize sports, both for players and fans, is enormous. Blockchain and VR. Ever heard of NFTs? Well, they're entering the VR space too. You could own virtual land or assets as NFTs in the metaverse. It's like real estate, but for the digital age. The integration of blockchain technology adds a layer of ownership and economy to the virtual worlds. The limitless potential. Picture this: a future where VR interfaces directly with the brain, bypassing the need for external controllers. Neurotechnology could make this a reality, and some companies are already researching brain-computer interfaces for VR. The topic of brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, in the realm of virtual reality is mind-blowing. No pun intended. What are brain-computer interfaces? BCIs are direct communication pathways between the human brain and external devices. In simple terms, they allow your brain to interact with technology without any physical input, like a mouse or a keyboard. The medical field has been using BCIs for things like prosthetics for years, but now they're making their way into consumer tech, including VR. How does it work? The most common way to implement BCIs today is through electroencephalography, EEG, which measures electrical activity in the brain. Advanced algorithms then translate these electrical signals into commands for a computer or other device. In terms of VR, the idea is that you'd control your virtual environment with your thoughts alone. Ethical and safety concerns. Now, this technology isn't without its risks. Imagine a scenario where your thoughts could be hacked or your data becomes a commodity. There's also the question of long-term effects on the brain, so there's a need for regulation and ethical guidelines before this becomes mainstream. Current research and development companies like Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, are exploring the possibilities of BCIs for various applications, including VR. While we're not quite at the point of downloading skills into our brains like in the Matrix, early experiments have been promising. They've managed to create interfaces for simple tasks, and there's ongoing research to make the technology more sophisticated and accessible. Future possibilities. Imagine a world where virtual and augmented reality are indistinguishable from the physical world because you're plugged in directly through your brain. Multisensory experiences like feeling, smelling, or even tasting things in a virtual space could become possible. Virtual meetings could involve not just seeing and hearing each other, but also feeling as if you're in the same room. Isn't that just electrifying to think about? Let's dive even deeper into this exhilarating topic: the rise of telepathic communication. One of the most spellbinding prospects with BCIs is the idea of thought-to-thought communication. Imagine logging into a virtual social hub and conversing with others using just your thoughts. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, but we're inching closer to making it a reality. This could revolutionize not just how we communicate in virtual spaces, but also how we understand human interaction altogether. Mind-controlled gaming and immersion. Think about gaming experiences that adapt based on your emotional and cognitive state. Feeling stressed during a virtual firefight? The game could adjust its difficulty settings or introduce calming elements in real time. The potential for a fully adaptive, deeply personal gaming experience is within our reach. Digital consciousness, the next frontier? Here's where things get almost philosophical. If BCIs reach their full potential, we might be looking at the concept of digital consciousness. You could potentially upload a version of yourself into a virtual environment. What are the implications of living a second life in a completely digital realm? Could a digital version of you exist independently? The intersection with virtual economies. Imagine conducting business in a virtual marketplace that's powered by brain-computer interfaces. Your buying decisions, powered by thought, could be analyzed in real time, offering you tailored services or products instantaneously. It's consumer behavior analysis taken to an extreme level, which of course poses fascinating questions about free will and market ethics. Healthcare and rehabilitation. Now let's touch on the humanitarian aspect. BCIs could offer unprecedented tools for physical and psychological therapy. Imagine a paralyzed individual gaining the ability to walk in a virtual environment controlled solely by their thoughts. This could have profound implications for mental well-being and self-esteem, providing a new realm of physically interactive therapy. The advent of the quantum brain. As we look toward the future, combining BCIs with quantum computing could unlock capabilities we can't even fathom yet. Quantum computing would allow for faster and more accurate brain signal processing, potentially making complex tasks like language translation or even artistic creation possible through thought alone. I hope this is igniting your imagination as much as it is mine. The fusion of BCIs and VR is like a frontier of human experience, just waiting to be explored. Virtual time travel with BCIs. Picture this. You put on your VR headset, connect it to your brain-computer interface, and suddenly you're walking among dinosaurs or witnessing the signing of the Declaration of Independence. You're not just observing, you're interacting, all controlled by your thoughts. This could revolutionize education and historical research, making it a truly immersive experience that engages all your senses. Enhanced virtual creativity artists, get ready for a game changer. What if you could think of a melody or visualize a painting, and it instantly appears in your virtual studio? BCIs could turn the act of creation into something almost magical, eliminating the gap between imagination and manifestation. No more struggling with tools or software. Your mind is the ultimate canvas. Reality bending simulations. Imagine simulations so advanced they can replicate the experience of being a different person or even a different creature. Want to know what it's like to fly like an eagle or swim like a dolphin? With BCIs, you might one day switch your perspective to experience the world in entirely new ways. It's not just a game, it's a shift in understanding what life can be. Virtual afterlife, the ethical dilemma. Here's where it gets a bit controversial, but utterly captivating. What if BCIs become so advanced that they can store your thoughts, memories, and personality? Could a version of you continue to exist in a digital realm after you're gone? It's a philosophical quagmire, opening up debates about the nature of consciousness and existence. Secret military and espionage applications. As with any technology, there's a darker side to consider. Governments could potentially use BCIs for covert operations, turning agents into human drones who can perform tasks through virtual interfaces. While it sounds like a thriller movie plot, the ethical and geopolitical ramifications could be staggering. The emotional economy in virtual worlds. Imagine a marketplace where virtual experiences are bought and sold based on their emotional impact. Through BCIs, these experiences could be tailored to your specific emotional and psychological needs. Feeling lonely? Plug into a simulation where you're the life of the party. Need an adrenaline rush? How about a virtual skydiving experience that feels as real as the actual thing? The quantum BCI conundrum. If quantum computing and BCIs ever converge, we might face scenarios beyond our wildest dreams or nightmares. Could we potentially access alternate realities or tap into levels of consciousness previously deemed mystical or otherworldly? The line between science and the realm of the unknown could blur, pushing the boundaries of human experience to uncharted territories. Let's push the boundaries even further. The singularity and transhumanism. Imagine a point in the future where technological advancements occur so rapidly that humanity undergoes a fundamental transformation. This is known as the singularity, a theoretical point where humans and machines become indistinguishable. What happens when BCIs become so advanced that they augment not just our abilities but our very nature? Could we evolve into a new form of life, part human, part machine? The experience exchange, swapping lives. How about swapping life experiences with someone else, literally? Advanced BCIs could one day allow you to upload your memories and experiences and share them with others. Want to know what it's like to climb Mount Everest or perform on Broadway? Just download someone else's experience and relive it as if you were there. The implications for empathy and understanding among diverse groups of people could be groundbreaking. Augmented reality mind palaces. Sherlock Holmes had his mind palace to remember crucial information. But what if you could create an actual interactive 3D mind palace using AR and BCIs? Imagine organizing your thoughts and memories like a virtual library, where you can stroll down aisles filled with your own experiences and acquired knowledge. Forget note-taking apps. Your brain becomes the ultimate organizational tool. Interstellar virtual reality. Why stop at exploring Earth or even our own solar system? Advanced BCIs, paired with quantum computing, could simulate entire galaxies for you to explore. You could engage in interstellar travel from the comfort of your living room, interacting with alien civilizations created by complex algorithms. It's like having your own personal Star Trek episode, but indistinguishable from reality. The collective conscious, merging minds. If multiple people connect their BCIs, could we create a shared virtual environment dictated by the collective imagination? Imagine a communal dream where participants can shape and influence a shared reality. This could revolutionize social interaction, art, and even governance as collective decision-making takes on a completely new dimension, unlocking latent human abilities. Some researchers hypothesize that BCIs could unlock latent human capabilities like enhanced intuition or even forms of telepathy and telekinesis. Imagine moving objects in the virtual world with your thoughts alone, or tapping into a sixth sense that allows you to perceive things beyond normal human limitations. The Pandora's box of human ethics. All this advanced technology could also open a Pandora's box of ethical concerns. Would we reach a point where BCI enhanced individuals are considered a separate class or even a separate species? The questions around social justice, human rights, and equality would become far more complex than anything we've ever dealt with. How's that for mind bending? To wrap up this eye opening journey through the intersection of brain computer interfaces and virtual reality, it's clear we're standing on the brink of a new frontier. The possibilities are as limitless as they are exhilarating, challenging, not just the way we interact with technology, but also how we understand ourselves and our place in the universe. From telepathic communication and emotionally adaptive gaming to existential questions about consciousness and even the potential for a digital afterlife, BCIs combined with VR promise to redefine the human experience in ways we're only starting to imagine. As we venture into this uncharted territory, the ethical, philosophical, and social implications will be as complex as the technology itself. The conversation around these advancements is just as critical as the developments, ensuring that we navigate this brave new world responsibly and thoughtfully. Thank you for joining me on this whirlwind exploration. It's a topic that challenges the limits of both technology and imagination, inviting us all to ponder what it means to be human in an increasingly interconnected and virtual world.